Hey guys, I'm Sdanwolf and welcome back to the channel, and gosh, we've got so much to go over. I have had a really hectic, weird personal life week. I've started like demolishing my, I had a wall that was between my living room and my dining room, so we went full on HGTV, open concept, demo this week. So my upstairs is a disaster right now, and I've had absolutely zero Planet Coaster time. It's been Lowe's, home, sleep, work, Lowe's, home, sleep, work. So hopefully this weekend I can jump in and have a little bit of fun and get a little bit of Planet Coaster time in, and maybe work on the safari park a little bit, and yeah, maybe get things back to normal, because it has been a really weird, interesting week. So anyways, let's go ahead and just jump right in. We are starting off with the incredible Mr. DeadEyDuck has brought us and bestowed upon us these awesome statues. Now the first one we'll start off with here is the God statue, the Zeus, if you'll have it, statue, and his just like perplexing gaze he has going on here, and really cool. And of course, all of these are recolorable. You might have seen at the beginning of the week, I did get a couple pictures out, but check it out. You can recolor these, make them like, like they've been here, like green and mossed over. Just go back with the gray. I mean, anything that you can come up with, you can switch these colors to, and that is awesome, my friends. And so yeah, we've got Zeus there. Up here behind him, we've got one that's really creepy. It's it's kind of like DeadEyDuck's widow tomb. So you've got her there. Over here, we've got what did he call this one? The tolerance stone. Really cool on that. Kind of have her up there at the base of the waterfall. If you make your way over here, we've got a really creepy little wooden devil. So really cool texture on that. Move a little farther over, we've kind of got the angel that's laying back. Really awesome job on how that imported. Just love the texture on that. You pay for the texture a little bit on this, though. You know they say you get what you pay for. Well, these like the Zeus statue, I believe, kind of Beyond Drew does a little digging on these, and I didn't even notice, but the Zeus head, I believe, is like 20 megabytes. So definitely keep that into consideration when you're bringing them in. When you're bringing them into your parks, because you might have a little bit of a bogged down situation just bringing, the files that large over into the park, but nonetheless, still absolutely incredible. Then this next one, we've got the mandala stone. Really cool for your archaeology, your mysterious tomb, mysterious temple builds. And then last but not least, and actually he's working on a few of these. I didn't bring in, he's got a wooden, like a wooden lady he's working on. There's a couple of these that are still to come. I think he said he may have 8 or 9 that he's working on. And then of course we have the really cool lion statue here. I was saying on Twitter earlier that this would be probably cool if I did like a roundabout at the safari park, kind of like maybe where the buses drop people off at, or the tour groups, the big charter buses, but have this lion maybe in the middle of a huge fountain, essentially, where the cars and the buses can make their way around him as they're dropping people off, kind of at the, right at the entrance of the park. So, just kind of something to look into there. But yeah, and then last but not least, with Deadeye, he has got us some chimpanzees. So really cool. He's got a walking, an upright one. He's got this one that's kind of foraging and feeding. Really good texture on those. Said he was working on baby ones, working on ones that are, I believe, seated. So yes, really interesting times, and that's really going to help as we're kind of moving into the chimpanzee, essentially slash like gorilla, section in the safari park. So fun times ahead, and I definitely think I can find some spots with these statues. Just like I said, really in my most active park already, I know of a bunch of cool ideas I can use with that. So really awesome job, Deadeye, and keep these coming. I love them. All right, guys, and up next we have the awesome DaddyPoe has come up with his really cool RC boat collection here, and he's got all kinds of different angles these things take, forward, backwards. They're all flexi color, and he actually even has the little steering wheels here for them. Like the little remote control center, and I absolutely love these things. I would wear these things out at like Lowry Park Zoo. I think maybe at one time, maybe Busch Gardens had some RC boats, but you know, I grew up in like Central Florida, so all of the little parks that I used to go to, and you know, kind of growing up, they all had these little RC racers, and we absolutely love them, and this was just a really cool job on this. So awesome job, DaddyPoe, on that. And he's actually even put his hat into the ring a little here with the animals. So he's got a really cool eagle model here. Says he's still working on it because see, like the texture's kind of, it's a little shiny compared to some of the other stuff that he's worked on. So the eagle, actually that head motion was giving him a little bit of trouble when he was bringing it into game. So the eagle, and he started making an awesome little koala bear. So these are kind of like some early test versions that he's working on. So I might have another really cool animal modeler in my midst here. So big shout out to DaddyPoe for bringing these models together. And I'm definitely thinking about also, I know I keep harping on the safari park, but I think I definitely need to find some kind of little pond or some kind of little area in between exhibits where we can where I can build a legit little pond and you know, raise them actually down to the water and have this set up like this. So yeah, once again, awesome job to DaddyPoe. Go check this stuff out on the workshop, and yeah, tell him what you think. All right, guys, up next, I have to give a big shout out to my buddy RedMyst, who has made my little adventure locker rental area a possibility here. So RedMyst has did an incredibly interesting job on the lockers here. So we've got the Planko in here, and just, you know, as far as the keeping the keeping the megabyte count down, everything about this was worked out really well. Even look at that one, even has a little bit of a texture like it's kind of been scratched. All of this has come out really cool. You've got the where you insert your credit cards or the cash, all of it really believable. And that's one of the things that just really comes across really well, particularly in RedMyst builds, is just the believability and the realism of what helps add to the storytelling, essentially, to these builds. And if you have any kind of realism or locker need, he has definitely has you covered with this locker set. So big shout out to RedMyst on that. As soon as he put that on the workshop, and I saw that he tweeted out about this, I knew what I needed to do. And so that is my first little iteration here, is my kind of my adventure themed locker set. And another thing too that I've kind of put down here at the base of the lockers, look at this incredible little energy drink stand he's got. I mean, you could put these inside the restaurant, outside on a pavilion, out on the walkway. Really versatile set right here. And even if you look, let me see if I can select it. Yes, look, the little berry splash. He's even got the little individual drink packets. So really cool on that, and just really cool on this artwork. And RedMyst, remember, he is the one that's behind the arcade units that RedMyst is he's really known for putting a really cool Planet Coaster spin on a lot of this TMTK stuff. So he doesn't leave the Planet Coaster behind. He's essentially found a really cool way to just incorporate the Frontier artist designs into TMTK stuff. So I always looking forward to seeing what he comes out with next. And so, yeah, big shout out to RedMyst. Go check this stuff out on the workshop and rate it and subscribe to it. And yeah, let us know in the comments section down below what you think of it. And another thing too, we'll go ahead and move on while I've got you here. My buddy LeafScott has actually contributed to the locker build a little bit with his new Ewok stand. So we've got the whole little Ewok tree trunks here. He's got an entire set out of these, and I am absolutely in love with them. I want to go. I'm thinking the next thing I want to do is maybe redo or start a new wilderness lodge. Incorporate the glass and all that. But this time, instead of just using the massive Western log, that I always use. Now look, I can incorporate actual what I could really make it look like true lodge style logs. And, even with the little stairs incorporated, could put a little balcony up at the top, maybe with the glass, like a glass wall behind it. Lots of possibilities with that. So big shout out to my buddy LeafScott, who is always out there toiling away with new TMTK ideas and finding us new models. He is the guy that's really big on the Disney model push. Remember, we did a showcase for him a few episodes back. That is him, and he is actually moved back over to the Star Wars realm as well lately. So really cool on the Ewok tree trunks here. Awesome job, guys. Thank you. All right, guys, up next, two insanely creative modelers here, and I have got corkscrew loops. If this could work for any of your theme park needs, but particularly if you're looking for your Disneyland, Disney World type trash can vibe, he has you covered for sure. And you may remember one of the things that always stood out to me about Corkscrew was the amazing, way back in September, his electric tramway, his Park Circle tram for Dreamland Kingdom. When this dropped, I thought, like, I was in love with this piece right here, and able to just set all the studio pack animatronics in there. And so yeah, this is definitely not TMTK related, but this is Corkscrew. So that is the same person that have brought us these absolutely lovely trash cans. So you've got your regular and you've got your recycles. So big shout out to Corkscrew on that, and go check these out and pick them up. And I definitely think they will be an item that will not be leaving your TMTK menu very soon. And another thing I have to do, I have to give a big shout out to Zekin. I actually mixed him and DaddyPoe up last time. I gave credit for Zekin's incredible little toucan here to DaddyPoe, because at the same time DaddyPoe was working on his eagle, and I was just all mixed up thinking that the toucans were his, but no, those are in fact the wonderful Mr. Zekin. So yeah, he is really brought these things to life. Really cool. And I have got these. If you caught the last episode, the Lion's Den episode, these are already in the aviary. So I brought in Zekin's toucans, and I absolutely love them. I hope that this isn't where his animals stop. Like, hopefully he moves on and maybe is out there right now working on some new animals for us, right along DeadEyDuck, Miss Red Nebula, DaddyPoe, all of them that are doing incredible jobs helping me with that safari build. So yes, big shout out to Corkscrew, and huge shout out and big apology for messing up Zekin's toucans. Awesome job, guys. Alright guys, and up next is Mr. Camel's back. So he's brought us these really in true Rudi Ringkummel fashion, incredibly textured water barrels here, fully recolorable. And I think he's actually talked about these, so I won't dwell on these and steal his thunder with these too long, but definitely really cool water barrels on here. And, like always, Rudi really thinking of your backstage areas, your backstage needs. And, yeah, a lot of fun, really cool pieces on those. And another, speaking of realism, Cebism. I know you guys have probably wanted recolorable metal roof panels forever, and Cebism has made it possible. And look, you can get that grungy kind of rusty look. And I know you guys probably know what I'm saying. Matter of fact, let's just go look at it real quick. Cebism has helped out so much with this need, because I know you know what I'm about to click on. Everybody is always harping about, why can't this, like, corrugated metal roofing here, why can that not be recolorable? I mean, just the dirtiness and the grittiness of it, if we could make that red, or if it didn't just always have to be that metal. But Cebism has brought us in a very, very cool, it's a cleaner alternative, but just look at, all the different options you have if you're doing like some kind of, we could even go, let's see if we can go like, how green could we go here? Could we do like a blue green, like you see on some of those, like some of these cottages? Yeah, really, really cool. Cebism is the master of this realism and filling in that gap, and he has got a bunch of different traffic lights out, coaster accessories, got a huge coaster accessory pack out, transportation lights. Really, really awesome job on this Cebism. The only critique that I would make of this is if you could give us a dirtier version. If you could give us a slightly dirty version like the Planet Coaster, the in-house version, but let us recolor this, you will be a god, because I know how many of us just crave to be able to recolor this piece right here. So awesome job, Mr. Camel, and awesome job, Cebism, just helping bring more and more realism to the game. So awesome job, guys. Alright guys, and last but certainly not least, I think is the most incredible wall set I have seen in the game to date, Blackmanshadow's Ruine set. I don't care if Blackmanshadow come out right now and said Sdanwolf's an idiot, I do not want him using his pieces in my builds. I don't think I will, there will never come a time where I will delete these walls. Like, that is how just infatuated I am with them right now. This is an incredible set. It is such, just the textures are so well done, and you can even see I kind of incorporated them over here in the waterfalls, and like just the only thing that I could see that I could make these better, or I could use these better, is just if I could recolor them, like if I could make them a tan or a black or a green. That is my only beef with this set right here. I think it is absolutely incredible, and I could see using these pieces years down the road. Like I said, I don't know, I don't care how bad the game would bog down. I could definitely, this is a piece that I will just never be deleting from the workshop. So I cannot give high enough praise to Blackmanshadow for coming out with this piece, or just thinking people needed these sets. Just really incredible job, and incredible job to all the modelers. But this is one that really took me by surprise, and it was one of those ones where you really it's kind of like you didn't understand how bad you needed it until I had it. So I definitely think I'm going to go back and put some of these with some of my safari park facades, and like I said, add in some DeadEyDuck statues. We've got some animals coming down the pipeline, just so much exciting stuff. And like I said on Twitter at the beginning of the week, these modelers, they're like, everyone is just hitting their strides now, and everyone's really starting to flesh the system out and understand how it works and what looks best. And like I said earlier in the week, remember Shantae said a huge Planet Coaster quality of life update is coming out at the beginning of March. So they said that it is going to address a lot of the TMTK loading issues, the slow menu issues. So yeah, we'll just kind of have to sit back and see. Let's see if they were able to find a fix and correct this stuff for us, because I know a lot of you guys are really hesitant about downloading the TMTK stuff, and it bogs down your parks, and you can't open menus and all that. Well, we definitely think, fingers crossed, a fix is coming, and also something real cheeky towards the end. The next part of that little exchange between Shantae and Bo is, Bo said, don't think that update, or she said that update doesn't necessarily mean that's the only thing coming for March. So I think, in other words, that means this big quality of life update is coming at the beginning of March, and then probably towards the end of March, hopefully we'll get a new DLC that comes out. So anyways, guys, yeah, I'm Sdanwolf. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. Don't forget to smash that like button if you end up enjoying this video, and let these creators know what you think down below, because they stop by and they watch these videos, so I'm sure they would love to hear some encouragement from you and some feedback, and just let them know what you think about this stuff. So yeah, guys, thank you for stopping by, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you. See you guys.